Memphis Tigers escaped Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium with another win on Saturday over Charlotte. They had quite a few guests in the building. A QB of the past, Kippy Brown, the first black Memphis QB, released the Tigers on Saturday. Perhaps the QB of the future, Antoine Hill, the Tigers' four-star commit, on hand to watch the QB of the present. Seth Hennigan, down 7 off the play action, finds Demir Blankumsey, who outsprints the D to tie to the corner to tie things up at 7. Let's jump to the third quarter. Tigers up 14-7. Here we go. Super Mario Anderson with an 11-yard scamper to put Memphis up 2 scores. Anderson with 140 yards and a touchdown. His 5th game of 100-plus yards this year, but Charlotte would not go away. They tie the game at 21, trying to take the lead back. DJ Bell with a circus interception gives Memphis the ball inside the 20. They turn that into a field goal, 24-21. Charlotte scores in 2 plays, so it comes down to a perfectly executed 2-minute drill capped off by a Seth Hennigan to Rock Taylor rainbow of a touchdown. Hennigan's 91st touchdown pass to make him the all-time leader for Memphis in touchdown passes, gave them the lead. They ice it with a safety, 33-28, 7-1 on the season. Hennigan and Silverfield on the final drive.
That's the way you want to see guys execute and just find ways to churn it out when it's all said and done. Game-winning drive, and that form or fashion, whether it's years past, practice past, it all came to fruition.
So I knew I had the one-on-one, and I told Mario to stay in and protect because I knew where I was going with the ball pretty much pre-snap. So I just dropped back, and then Rock made a great play. And that's how I saw it.
So that final drive, I think, was almost classic Seth Hennigan. That was such a testament to how long he has been in this program. He's been here 4 years. He's started from the very beginning, and he's been in that situation I don't know how many times. The one thing I liked about being in the post-game press conference, listening to Ryan Silverfield, was when they got down 24-21, you're talking about a minute and 20 seconds left on the clock or whatever, how much time it was, Ryan Silverfield gets in that huddle and he says, hey guys, this is just a Wednesday practice, right? This is just the 2-minute drill that we do every single week. And it was so cool to see what Ryan said was basically the players just kind of laughed and were relaxed and didn't feel overwhelmed by the moment and able to put that 2-minute drill together. You take your best player and your quarterback to your best receiver in Rock Taylor, who's also been in the program, like Ryan Silverfield said, for so long and what he's meant, and you cap it off with a big-time dub. They're 33-28. So shout out to the Tigers for getting it done.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great that they were able to ice it in that moment and execute under pressure. My thing is they should have never been in that place in the first place.
Yeah.
They're playing Charlotte. Guys, it's Charlotte. I expected them to go in there against Charlotte and be actually dominate and show, hey, this is who we are. We've had some tight games. We've come out on the right side on most of them, except for that Navy game. But this is what we can actually do. They're not passing the eye test right now. Sure, they're 7-1 on the season. Their hopes and dreams of going to the AAC title game and the college football playoffs, they're still in sight. It's not like it's out of the question. A lot of things have to go their way. But that performance there on Saturday, that doesn't do it for me. I'm not sitting there going, yeah, that's the team that should be in the AAC title game. I'm going, how are you in that position? I know Ryan Silverfield after every game is hey, we're just trying to win. We just want to win. And great, they're winning. That's important. But that was not a dominant performance against a team that they should have been dominant against, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, well, especially when it's going to come down to the wire, you want to beat these teams that you're favored by 18 points, by 20 points, 25 points, which definitely going into it. Charlotte ranked 182 and 881 in the nation in points against per game. They averaged about 34 points against per game, and they conceded 31 touchdowns going into it, which is even lower. That's in 190 range. It's something that I feel like Memphis really need to capitalize on these mismatches. There's obviously something that Charlotte is not doing correctly in the passing game defensively that Memphis really needed to exploit. And look, I know that the Cramsey and Silverfield and Seth are going through film all week. I just feel like they know what to do, but the Tigers just are not taking chances like they should be. And you saw it a lot last year as well, and it came back to hurt them. And you saw it at the beginning of the Navy game. You're trying to run a very sanitized offense, a very, run on first down, 5-yard pass on second down, run on third. That's essentially what they tried to do to start this game. You saw a couple they turned it over on downs on one. They had 36 minutes of possession in this game, which dwarfed Charlotte's possession time. Charlotte were in the low 20s. And you only get 3 touchdowns until the final 30 seconds. Look, it's great, but it's just deja vu once again. And I'm tired of seeing. Look, it's incredible. Which, by the way, Avery shot that play. Great shot.
Yeah,
I
well
think
done, well done.
shot of the weekend. That was
Thanks,
great.
guys.
And there's a
Aw,
steal
you're
too
so
at the
kind,
end.
so
You can't miss that shot. You got to be honest.
Oh, y'all
that
would
was
have been
perfect.
all over me if I would have missed that shot. So
It was a good shot and an even better pass by Seth. And again, I'm not taking anything away from Seth. When you ask him to do that stuff, he's going to do it. But why don't we try that 5 times more a game? Why don't we try those deep shots 5 times more a game? Why not try to run Demir Blankenship over the middle a couple more times a game? Because it's been working this season, and Demir hasn't even got going until the last 3 games. Let's go with what works, especially with Sutton Smith being out for the season. Your offense isn't as dynamic as you want it to be because Mario Anderson, great running back, but he's more one-dimensional than Sutton. I just would like to see them take more chances and not play like the Memphis offense of old.
Well, yeah, they didn't score until the second quarter. They also scored 12 of their 33 points in the final 1 minute and 56 seconds of the game. Obviously, part of that's coming from a safety, part of that's coming from a field goal. But they can score points. To put 12 on in the final less than 2 minutes of the game, they have it in them, so why are we not seeing it for the rest of the game?
I really don't really have an answer for you. I think in this particular case, Ryan Stillfield trying to be aggressive too. I think we've seen some of the changes that they had in the kicking game, right? So when you get down into the goal line, you're on the 2-yard line, you're thinking you're going to score. He's trying to be aggressive in that 4th and 1 or 2 situation. It's really a 4th and goal. That particular case, you throw a pick, that takes the air right out of the tire just a little bit. And I think what Charlotte was able to do was they were able to come out and punch Memphis in the mouth early on with the early score that they had. Memphis goes 3 and out, which they have said like that's not Memphis's offense this particular year. They haven't done a lot of that, but it really did feel especially from a fan perspective, it does feel like deja vu. I think you put it perfectly. They're not passing the smell test, the eye test right now. We're looking at a Boise State as a team that we're gonna have to get, as Memphis is gonna have to get over in order to get into a college football playoff. Yes, they had a tight game with UNLV, but I think what we've seen is that Boise State has really handled business, and it really hasn't felt close for any of their games in the Mountain West. Whereas I feel like with some of these, the Charlotte game, the North Texas game, when North Texas has a really good offense, we've talked about that. Memphis is it's too close for comfort, and it really shouldn't be. At the end of the day, it's about winning, and for a lot of people, they're just gonna look at the box scores and see wins. But for people who watch this program closely, I think you're looking at it as like, something's just a little bit off. Let's talk about these AAC standings. Speaking of teams that we got to get over, Army still the king of the standings at 6-0. Navy right behind them in second place. Tulane is 4-0 in the conference after they beat North Texas this weekend. And Memphis won't see Army this year, but they've got a date with Tulane to end the regular season the week of Thanksgiving. Memphis now getting ready for another road test this Saturday when they play at UTSA, a team that has been great the past couple of seasons but really struggled. It will certainly be a chance for the Tigers to show exactly what kind of team they are made of.